Hello everyone and welcome back to Xbox Nation. My name's Fletcher and today I've got some incredible deals to share with you. Xbox is rolling out an incredible sale with up to 85% off and some must-have titles, from AAA blockbusters, indie gems and even a few games that rarely go on sale. This is the perfect chance to build out your game library, add to that ever-growing backlog and get some awesome deals. Before we dive in, don't forget to use code XboxNation for an extra 5% off on any of these purchases, whether you're picking up Xbox gift cards, Game Pass subscriptions, or these killer discounts. You can do that over at xboxnation.co.uk until the 31st of October. Plus, we're also giving away a free game every single week to one lucky subscriber. Just comment below and tell me what game you're playing and you're automatically entered into this giveaway. With that, congratulations to last week's winner. Just hit me up on Twitter or Discord or even on Xbox Live and I'll get that straight over to you. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the best deals of this week. Here's a breakdown of the top games you won't want to miss. Kicking things off with a huge deal, the Mafia Trilogy is 75% off, dropping the price down to £12.49. This bundle includes all 3 Mafia games, remastered and reimagined with upgraded visuals and mechanics. The first game, Mafia Definitive Edition, is a complete overhaul of the original, set in the 1930s during Prohibition. It really offers a gripping cinematic narrative about the rise of a mobster in Lost Heaven, a city inspired by Chicago. The game is also on Game Pass, so if you didn't want to pick up this deal, it is still worth checking out. Then Mafia 2 takes you to the 1940s and 50s with a story filled with family, loyalty, betrayal, and the American dream gone horribly wrong. Finally, Mafia 3 brings you to a gritty Vietnam War era New Orleans inspired city, where you seek revenge against the mob who betrayed you. Again, this is with improved graphics, tighter controls, and the entire trilogy in just one package. Honestly, this is a great pick for anyone who loves crime dramas and open world action. One of the most celebrated indie games of recent years, Hades, is now 50% off. Developed by Supergiant Games, this roguelike dungeon crawler follows Zagreus, the son of Hades, as he tries to escape the underworld. The gameplay here is very fast-paced, action-packed, and the combat system is incredibly fluid with a ton of variety of weapons and godly boons that'll keep each run feeling fresh. What really sets Hades apart though is its deep narrative. Every single time you die and restart, you gain more insight into the rich story and the characters, all of which are voiced to perfection. The relationships you form with the Olympian gods and other mythological figures evolve, adding an emotional layer to this gameplay. With its unique combination of replayability, art direction and storytelling, Hades is a must-have. If you're looking for a game that blends fast-paced action, philosophy and emotional storytelling, the NieR Automata Become as Gods Edition is now 60% off at just £13.99. This edition of the game comes with all the extra DLC included, giving you even more content. Essentially, this is set in a post-apocalyptic world where androids battle alien machines. You will play as 2B, an android soldier fighting for the survival of humanity. The gameplay is a unique blend of that hack-and-slash combat, bullet hell shooting, and RPG mechanics, all seamlessly intertwined, and it's fantastic. What really makes NieR Automata stand out though is its thought-provoking story about existence, consciousness, and what it really means to be alive. It's one of those games that sticks with you long after you've put the controller down, and for just under 14 quid, this is a fantastic deal for a modern classic. Staying in the NieR universe, we also have NieR Replicant down to 60% off this week. This game is a prequel to Automata and provides a deeper dive into the NieR franchise's complex world. It's set in a distant near future where NieR Replicant is an action RPG where you play as a young man on a quest to save his sister from a mysterious illness. The combat system, as to be expected, is very smooth with a mix of melee attacks and magic, and the world is also filled with intriguing characters and lore. Like Automata, Replicant explores deep themes of identity, loss and sacrifice, and this remastered version brings modern visuals, improved combat, and a few surprises for longtime fans of this series. If you love story-driven RPGs with emotional depth, then NieR Replicant is a must-buy. Now, Get Packed is a hilariously chaotic party game, and at 80% off, this is the lowest price we've seen for this game ever before. In this physics-based multiplayer game, you and your friends work together, or well against each other, to pack up homes and offices to move everything into a truck. But as with all great party games out there, chaos will quickly ensue, things break, explosions happen, and everything that can go wrong will go wrong. It's like Overcooked but with furniture, boxes, and ridiculous amounts of destruction. Whether you're playing couch co-op or online, this game is guaranteed laughs with family or friends. At its lowest price yet, this is a perfect pick perfect for anyone who loves fun, light-hearted games that don't take themselves too seriously. Calling all of you Harry Potter fans out there, Hogwarts Legacy Digital Deluxe Edition is 70% off, making this the lowest price we've ever seen before. This open world RPG lets you create your own student at Hogwarts and experience life at a famous wizarding school. It's set in the 1800s, long before the Harry, Hermione and Ron saga, as you'll attend classes, learn spells and uncover dark secrets hidden within the castle's walls. The open world extends far beyond the school itself though, allowing you to explore the Forbidden Forest, nearby villages and even fly on your very own broomstick. The Digital Deluxe Edition includes bonus content like the Dark Arts Pack, which gives you access to exclusive cosmetics and an extra battle arena. Whether you're a long-time Potterhead or just looking for a great fantasy RPG, this is a perfect time to grab this fantastic game. Next up is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, which is 50% off this week, and it's a great time to pick up this AAA gem. If you've ever dreamed of exploring the lush alien world of Pandora from the Avatar movies, this game brings that dreamscape to life. You will play as a Na'vi warrior, and the game lets you fly across breathtaking landscapes, interact with the pretty unique wildlife, and fight to protect Pandora from human invaders. The game really emphasizes that exploration element with a vast open world full of gorgeous vistas and environmental storytelling. You'll be able to ride, of course, banshees, use Na'vi weapons, and experience the world in a way that fans of the movies will absolutely love. With its stunning visuals and open world gameplay, this is a must-buy for fans of open world adventures, and also if you're an Avatar fan, of course. For all of you who love high-speed racing like myself, and you like the traditional games like Wipeout, then Redout 2 is a futuristic anti-gravity racer, now 50% off at its lowest price ever. In the same vein as the classic games like Wipeout or F-Zero, Redout 2 offers blistering speed and adrenaline-pumping action as you race through sleek, neon-lit tracks. The sense of speed here is just incredible, with tight controls and an impressive array of vehicles to choose from. It's not just about going fast though, there's plenty of depth in customizing your craft and mastering the tricky gravity-defying turns. With its futuristic visuals and fast-paced gameplay, Redout 2 is a fantastic pick, especially for anyone who loves racing games that really push you to your limits. Next up is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint Gold Edition, 80% off and loaded with extra content. Breakpoint is an open-world tactical shooter where you take on the role of a member of an elite special forces unit stranded behind enemy lines. This game is the follow-up to Wildlands, and though it may not hit the heights of that franchise, this is still a fantastic game, especially if you love third-person shooters. The game really emphasizes strategy, teamwork, and survival as you navigate the wild terrain of a fictional archipelago called Aurora. The gold edition of this game includes the Year 1 Pass, which unlocks additional missions, classes, and some pretty cool exclusive rewards. Whether you're playing this game solo or you want to team up with some friends online, Breakpoint really does offer hundreds of hours of tactical open world gameplay. It also has a deep progression system and plenty of customization options, and you also have some pretty cool PvE and PvP modes. Before we dive into the remaining games, I have an incredible announcement for you, especially for October. I have partnered with Xbox and we are providing a 5% discount over on my website for all Xbox games, pre-orders, gift cards, and Game Pass subscriptions. You can get money off some upcoming games like Dragon Age: The Veilguard and the recently released Space Marine 2. You can also be saving money on your Game Pass subscription to save you that little bit of extra pennies every single month. Use code XboxNation at checkout and it really does help support the channel by giving me a small kickback. With that out the way, thank you for the support and let's dive back into the remaining announcements. Fans of off-road racing, you are in for a treat as MX vs ATV Legends is now 70% off at just £10.49, and believe it or not, this is the lowest price we've seen for this game since its inception. This game lets you race motocross bikes, ATVs, and UTVs across massive open world environments. It also has a dynamic weather system and terrain deformation, which makes every single race feel unique, and the dirt tracks that change based on how they're driven. In addition to the adrenaline-fueled racing, there's also a pretty deep career mode here, where you can rise through your own ranks, earning sponsorships, and upgrading your different vehicles along the way. If you love off-road action, customizing your rides, or just racing games in general, then MX vs ATV Legends is a great pickup at this price point. For the Formula 1 fans out there, you can join me at picking up this week F1 24 Champions Edition, as it's now 50% off, making this the lowest price since launch. And to be honest, as I just mentioned, I'm a big F1 fan, and at this price point, it's just well worth picking up. This edition of the game of course offers all the high speed realistic racing of the main game, along with the exclusive content like additional car liveries and driver boosts. Whether you're a casual fan of F1 or a hardcore racing enthusiast, this game really nails that authentic feel of Formula 1 racing, with the precision driving mechanics, real life tracks, and all the official teams and drivers. Of course, it still features the My Team mode, where you can create your own F1 team and guide them to a championship glory. With its stunning visuals and realistic handling, F1 24 is a must-have for all of you racing fans. Who doesn't want to build their own dinosaur park? Jurassic World Evolution Deluxe Bundle is a huge 80% off and is an astonishing £8.99, and it lets you create and manage your very own Jurassic Park. Of course, as to be expected from the title, you'll be able to breed your own dinosaurs, build attractions, and manage everything from guest satisfaction to security. But as everyone who's seen the movie knows, things can go horribly wrong. Dinosaurs will escape, storms will hit, and you'll have to deal with the chaos that ensues. The Deluxe Bundle includes 5 additional dinosaurs, adding even more variety to your own park. With some stunning graphics and plenty of sandbox freedom, the game also includes some pretty good controller controls, especially for an RTS game. Jurassic World Evolution is a great pick for simulation and management fans, especially on the Xbox Series consoles. Now, this next game I haven't actually heard of before, and I'm thinking I'm picking this up in a sale because it looks bloody fantastic. BLACKTAIL is an action-adventure game that blends archery combat, storytelling, and folklore. It's now 70% off and is hitting its lowest price ever. You will play as Yaga, a young girl accused of witchcraft on a journey to unravel her own very dark past. It's set in a hauntingly beautiful forest, and BLACKTAIL offers a mix of archery-based combat and narrative-driven exploration. Of course, your choices will shape the world around you, so that's a pretty unique concept in itself. The game has a unique morality system that affects both the story and the gameplay, letting you decide whether Yaga becomes a good figure or an evil one in this mysterious magical world. If you're looking for something atmospheric with a focus on storytelling and player choice, then BLACKTAIL is worth grabbing at this low price point. Teardown is a physics-based heist game where you can destroy pretty much everything in the environment, and it's now 50% off at just £12.49. The game challenges you to plan and execute complex heists by tearing down walls, blowing up multiple structures, and using the environment to your advantage. The voxel-based destruction engine is incredibly detailed, making every explosion and crash feel incredibly satisfying. Whether you're trying to pull off a stealthy operation or going guns a-blazing, Teardown offers tons of replayability, especially with its destructible environments and open-ended missions. For the roguelike fans out there, Risk of Rain 2 is 75% off it this week, offering fast-paced co-op action with tons of replayability at a very low price. You and your friends play as survivors on a hostile alien planet, battling hordes of enemies and bosses whilst collecting items that drastically change how your character plays. The game's 3D environments add a new dimension of strategy compared to the original game, and its scaling difficulty keeps every run feeling fresh and challenging. Of course, the co-op mode is where the game really shines though, with frantic action that gets crazier the longer that you survive. Whether solo or with friends, Risk of Rain 2 is a fantastic pick for roguelike fans looking for something that's both challenging and endlessly replayable. At an unbelievable 85% off this week, Just Cause 3 is just £2.39, and at that price point is a deal that's hard to pass up. This open world action game is all about delivering over-the-top chaos. You will step into the shoes of Rico Rodriguez, a man with a mission trying to liberate the fictional Mediterranean island of Medici from a tyrannical dictator. Equipped with a vast array of weapons, vehicles, and Rico's iconic grappling hook, wingsuit, and parachute, the game really encourages you to unleash destruction in the most creative ways ever possible. Whether that's attaching enemies to explosive barrels, hijacking jets mid-air, or just using your grappling hook to tether helicopters to bridges, Just Cause 3 is pure, unfiltered fun. The sheer freedom to wreak havoc on a massive scale makes this game a blast to play, especially for a couple of quid. The only downside though is that this game did not get an FPS boost on Xbox, so it does still run at a lowly 30 FPS. For a more family-friendly experience today, DreamWorks Trolls Remix Rescue Deluxe Edition is on sale at just £10, and it's its lowest price since its launch. This game is perfect for younger gamers or fans of the Trolls movies, and this colourful and vibrant platformer has you playing as your favourite Trolls characters. It takes them on a musical adventure to save the world, and to be honest, it's a pretty fun ride. The game is packed with tons of catchy tunes, fun puzzles, and light-hearted gameplay that's easy for all ages to enjoy. It's also got a pretty great co-op experience that lets you team up with friends or family to tackle some challenges together. If you're looking for a light but cheerful game to share with your kids, or you just want something easy and breezy for achievements, then this is a perfect pick. Now, today I did want to highlight a couple of bonus games in this sale. These are the usual prices they actually drop down to, but are still worth picking up if you don't have them in your library. A gaming juggernaut that really refuses to slow down at this point is Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's currently 67% off, bringing it just down to just under 17 quid. If you've somehow missed this open world epic, now's your chance to dive into the sprawling city of Los Santos. It has a gripping story following 3 criminals, and the game lets you switch between these characters as they entangle themselves in a web of crime, betrayal, and adrenaline-fueled heists. Of course, it has a massive multiplayer mode, which is well worth diving into, so it's well worth picking up this game if you've yet to experience this absolute masterpiece. Then, for just £3.59, you can pick up Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition at a huge 85% off. Often considered a massive hidden gem, this game is set in Hong Kong and blends martial arts combat, gunplay, and an intriguing undercover cop story. The game's hand-to-hand combat system is fluid and brutal, letting you use a variety of martial art moves and environmental takedowns in intense brawls. The Definitive Edition of course comes with the enhanced graphics and all of the DLC, giving you even more content for an absurdly low price. If you love open world action games with very strong stories, then Sleeping Dogs is a steal at this price point. Then, last but not least, the From Space Resistance bundle is 80% off and down to just £3.19. This quirky top-down shooter is a great choice if you're looking for something fun and easy to jump into. It features a co-op mode where you and your friends can team up to fight off hordes of neon-coloured alien invaders. This Resistance bundle also comes packed with all the extra content to extend that alien slaying fun. The game has a very unique art style, combining that sort of cute cartoony characters but with insane chaotic shootouts. This game did actually leave Game Pass, so if you want to own it permanently, now's your chance at an incredibly low price. So that wraps up this week's Xbox sale breakdown. Whether you're into fast-paced action, deep storytelling, or just looking for something fun to play with friends, this sale has something for everyone. Let me know in the comments below which of these deals you're picking up, or if there's a game you think deserves some entirely more love. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Xbox content every single week. Whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video covering the 18 brand new Xbox Game Pass games that are coming this October and November.